trusted news source, ABC6 News at noon.
Right now at noon, a man charged with DUI accused of a hit and run on 95 in Warwick that caused a traffic nightmare over the weekend. Plus, delayed again. Jazel Correa will not report to prison tomorrow. Why? The disgraced former mayor is getting more time as a free man. And the sun is starting to come out today. Chelsea is here with your full forecast. All coming up. We'll get to those stories in just a bit. But first, our top story today at noon. An absolute travel nightmare at airports all across the country, including right here at TF Green. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Casey Kantz. Thousands of flights canceled over the weekend. Now even more delays this morning, leaving travelers frustrated and with little options. ABC6 News reporter Laura Puglisi has been on this story for us all morning long. She joins us live at TF Green Airport right now with an update. Laura, I hope the news is getting a little bit better. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Casey. It certainly calmed down here a bit this morning. It was really packed, really busy with a lot of people coming here trying to hop on another flight or reschedule theirs. But the mess does continue into today. If you look at the board behind me, there are a few delays that we've been seeing this morning, although not too many. The majority of them are on time. But it was a weekend of cancellations and delays and a lot of frustrations for many people. The travel nightmare continues for Rhode Islanders, coming off of a weekend of delays and cancellations.
We got an email at like 10:30 last night. They were like, your 7 a.m. flight has now been postponed.
Samantha O'Connor and her family spent the morning sitting at the airport after their 7 a.m. flight to Tampa was delayed several times. JetBlue workers citing staff shortages.
Our flight is a straight-through flight, so we don't have any interconnecting flights, especially with the little one here. We don't want to have to be waiting in an airport.
Nationwide, 3,500 flights were canceled Sunday, according to FlightAware, 16 at TF Green and 110 at Boston Logan. Most of the problems involve flights to or from Florida, issues ranging from bad weather to air traffic control to airspace congestion. Today at TF Green, United Airlines flight from PVD to Newark was canceled. At Boston Logan, more than 50 flights already canceled.
We went through security, we went to the airport, and we were at the gate, and everybody's phone started pinging, saying that the flight had been canceled.
Courtney Flynn and her family were headed to Tampa, Florida out of Boston Logan Airport Sunday. Today, they're at TF Green, hopping on the first flight they could after their flight was canceled.
We're flying into Orlando, and then we have to get a rental car to go over to Tampa because we couldn't get any other flight directly into Tampa.
The issues, a major headache for travelers, many waiting on hold or in long lines to reschedule, and putting their spring break or trip back home on hold.
It wasn't just a flight, then you have to fix the hotel, and then you have to fix the rental car, and yeah, it's definitely been a project.
And most airlines said that operations should be back to normal or close to it today. Of course, we are still seeing a couple hiccups here, but we're going to continue following this. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn anything new here at the airport. But for now, live in Warwick, I'm Laura Puglisi, ABC6 News.
Oh boy, what a headache for so many today. Laura, thank you for that. I'm going to switch gears, talk a little bit about the weather right now. Look at that beautiful shot this afternoon with our ABC6 sky cam. You see some clouds in the sky, but it is bright out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Chelsea Priest right now. Certainly a good-looking day,
It really is. It's a nice early April day. Like you said, a few clouds out there, but they're more so the fair weather clouds, those nice bright white puffy clouds outside. Temperatures are in the low 50s right now. The one thing we're still dealing with outside today after we had some overnight showers move through from a low system, as that low pulls away, it is breezy once again today. We've been talking about that wind quite a bit the last couple of weeks, and we do have another very breezy day outside with sustained winds around 20 miles per hour. Most of us, though, in the upper 40s to low 50s. Average high for this time of year is in that mid-50s range, so we're not going to be too far off from that as we head out through the day. For the remainder of the day, temperatures are going to top out in that mid-50s range. Again, we had a couple little spotty showers overnight, but at this point we are dry, we are clear. You're seeing a few fair weather clouds at times, but all in all, a sunny afternoon expected and a partly clear night expected. So again, just a few of those passing clouds. Otherwise, temperatures make it into the mid-50s for the afternoon. Overnight will dip down to the 30s, which is chilly but seasonable. Tomorrow looks decent as well. I do have April showers moving in as the week progresses. I'll have much more in just a few minutes. Casey?
We'll check back in, Chelsea. Thank you. Now to an ABC6 News update out of Fall River today. And disgraced former mayor Jazel Correa has had his prison date pushed back for a 7th time. Correa was supposed to report to prison tomorrow, April 5th, but a judge once again has delayed it now until April 22nd after his lawyers officially filed documents last week seeking a new trial. Correa was convicted last year of fraud, extortion, and conspiracy. New today at noon, police in Attleboro need your help tracking down an alleged purse snatcher. They're looking for the man that you see right here on your screen. Police say he stole a purse out of a shopping cart at the Market Basket in Bristol Plaza last Tuesday. Police say he then used credit cards from inside the purse to make purchases at 2 separate stores on Newport Avenue in Pawtucket. If you recognize this man, you're asked to call Attleboro Police. Now to an ABC6 News follow-up today. An arrest made in a hit-and-run on 95 in East Greenwich yesterday. 39-year-old Adam Bernardo charged with DUI and leaving the scene of an accident. Police say he hit another vehicle near exit 10. This was just before 2:30 yesterday afternoon and then took off. The accident causing traffic on 95 to be backed up for hours. Police tracked down his car shortly after in Warwick. The Massachusetts man killed in a construction accident in Boston last month laid to rest this morning. A funeral mass held in Southeaston for 51-year-old Peter Monsini. He was killed back on March 26 when a parking garage he was working on collapsed. A GoFundMe page has been set up for his 17-year-old son. Now to the crisis in Ukraine. Mounting reports of atrocities still being committed by Russian troops. The U.S. saying it will continue to ramp up pressure on Vladimir Putin. But there are questions today as to what exactly President Biden will do to stop him. Here's ABC's Alex Perchet.
Today, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky looking at destruction in his country firsthand. In Bucha, a liberated city northwest of Kyiv. The mayor there saying hundreds are now buried in mass graves. ABC's James Longman was there.
The authorities have brought us to what looks like the grave, the hastily dug grave of what they say is the family of the local mayor here. They didn't agree to cooperate with the Russians, they say, so they were executed. I'm looking now, I'm not going to turn the camera around, but I am looking now at the bodies of 4 people partially submerged in the sand. It's atrocities like these that Ukraine really wants the world to take notice of now.
Russia's defense ministry accuses Ukraine's government and Western media of staging the images of the bodies in civilian clothes lying in the streets. But the horrific discoveries are now prompting worldwide condemnation, what Ukraine is calling war crimes. President Biden saying this today.
We have to gather all the detail so this can be have a war crime trial. This guy is brutal. And what's happening in Bucha is outrageous, and everyone's seen it. No, I think it is a war crime.
The State Department saying it will continue to ramp up the pressure on Putin, but there are questions as to what steps President Biden will take to respond. The White House saying over the weekend Russia's invasion is far from over, despite claims by Moscow that Russia is withdrawing from Kyiv and surrounding areas. In the key southern port of Odessa, where Ukraine's Navy is stationed, thick gray smoke filling the sky. Russian missile strikes hit oil processing plants and fuel depots in the city. And then this drone video showing the destruction in Mariupol. ABC News learning that an aid convoy that's been trying to make its way to the besieged city since Friday still hasn't made it. Alex Perchet, ABC News, Washington.
And still to come today, chaos erupts in California. 6 dead, a dozen others injured after a mass shooting in Sacramento. We'll have the very latest, plus a big vote today on whether or not the confirmation process of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson will move forward. We'll look ahead to that vote by the Senate Judiciary Committee. And later, will Tiger play at the Masters? That is the question today. What the golf legend just tweeted that has fans hopeful he will compete this week. You're watching ABC6, Southern New England's trusted news. want to get you now to this developing story out of California today. A mass shooting in Sacramento over the weekend has left 6 people dead and 12 others injured. Police still searching for the shooters today. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
An urgent manhunt underway for the shooters who killed 6 people and hurt another 12 in the heart of downtown Sacramento.
We need probably about another 5 to 10 officers.
The suspects nowhere to be found after police say they opened fire just after 2 Sunday morning near a row of nightclubs.
We know that a large fight took place just prior to the shootings, and we have confirmed that there are multiple shooters.
First responders rushing to the scene that spanned 2 blocks, providing medical aid to the multiple victims. Police gathering evidence, including a stolen handgun left behind. Pamela Harris says her 38-year-old son, Sergio, was one of the 6 who were killed.
It's a hurtful feeling to know that you've seen your child that one day, and then they're gone the next day.
The latest in a string of recent mass shootings.
The chief alluded to the unacceptable increase in gun violence. I want to remind all of you of a day not so long ago, pre-COVID, when the city went 2 years without a single homicide involving Sacramento's youth. 2 years. And now we are living in a different era.
I'm not going to be able to process anything. This has got to stop. This has been going on for too long. It's not just Sacramento, it's all over.
President Biden is urging Congress to act, demanding a ban on ghost guns, assault weapons, and high-capacity magazines. He also wants to require background checks for all gun sales. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And still to come today on ABC6 News at noon, a major vote expected today on President Biden's nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court, when Judge Jackson could be confirmed. And will he or won't he? What Tiger Woods is telling fans about whether he'll play in the upcoming Masters. Welcome back. Checking political news this afternoon. The Senate Judiciary Committee will vote today on whether to move the confirmation of Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Senate floor. Once the vote gets there, Democrats will only need a simple majority to proceed with the confirmation. It's expected that all 50 Democrats will support Jackson. Susan Collins is the only known Republican to be in support of President Biden.
I'm sure that I won't agree with every decision that she casts on the court, but there's no doubt that the ABA, which gave her its highest rating of unanimously well qualified, reflects my views that she is well qualified.
And Senator Collins' support likely saves Democrats from having to use Vice President Harris's tie-breaking vote to confirm the president's nominee. And from Rhode Island to Washington, D.C., Dr. Ashish Shah officially starts his service as the new White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator tomorrow. He's taking a temporary leave from his position as Dean of the Brown University School of Public Health.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
It's a nice April day across southern New England. Not quite a beach day just yet, but looking really beautiful from the North Light over Block Island right now. Water is relatively calm, which is a little bit surprising considering how windy it is outside. We have another very breezy day across southern New England. The temperatures are in the upper 40s over Block Island right now. 50 in Westerly, 47 in Newport, 50 for New Bedford, 51 here in Providence. Average high for this time of year is in the mid-50s range, so we are just slightly cooler than that right now, but we have sunshine for the afternoon, and even with the breeze coming in from the northwest, we're going to hit that mid-50s range. So a very seasonable, pretty typical early April day outside across southern New England. Again, we're still dealing with that gusty wind. We've had multiple low pressure systems these past couple of weeks come through, clear out, next one comes through, and with these low pressure systems mixing in with other high pressure systems coming into control, we get the windy conditions. They kind of fight against each other as they're moving around. So what we're looking at outside today, as the low that brought some of that rain overnight moves offshore, gusty winds out of the northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour right now. Some gusts coming in 20 to 25 miles per hour for most of us. Again, not overly gusty, but another breezy afternoon outside. What we're also looking at as we dry out from any little spotty showers we had overnight is those pollen counts. We have tree pollen this time of year, and it's really starting to come into its peak in the coming weeks. And when we get the breezy conditions and the dry weather, that pollen stays very high. So you may be feeling it. I know I started to certainly feel it this weekend. You can see things blooming out there. And as we head through the first couple of days this work week, you're looking at those pollen counts staying relatively high. Now on Wednesday, some rain moves in, so we likely get a little bit of relief by Thursday and into Friday. But again, that's minimal relief at that. What we are looking at is a fairly seasonable temperature trend for the work week, mid to upper 50s today and tomorrow. Now we hover around 50 on Wednesday with that rain coming in. It's cooler than average, but not too far off. Mid 50s as we head into Thursday, then have 60s in the forecast for Friday, and we hover in that range for the weekend as well. Loop over the past 6 hours shows you the rotation of the clouds from the northwest gradually pushing southeast. That's as that low system that did bring some showers overnight continues to spin around and push away from us. We are going to see dry conditions, clear conditions for the rest of the afternoon, and then tomorrow, clouds will increase ahead of our next low pressure system, and that brings rain by very late tomorrow night and into Wednesday. So as we go through things hour by hour, low from overnight pushing away, dry for now, some passing clouds at times. Partly clear overnight, and we likely wake up with a little bit of sun tomorrow morning. From there, clouds thicken up, but we stay dry during the daytime tomorrow. I would say by late tomorrow night, we had a few sprinkles showing up, but 10 o'clock, that rain's still just to our south. We'll see some scattered showers moving in. It looks like Wednesday morning certainly looks pretty rainy. Through the later part of the day, we dry out, but then another system will inch closer to the area for Thursday. So we continue to see these series of low pressure systems coming in, bringing periods of rain at times. So enjoy the sun that we have today. Again, it is breezy outside. Temps in the mid-50s. Tonight will be seasonably cool. We dip down to the 30s. That's chilly, but it's where we should be for early April. And tomorrow, you have sunshine to start the day, increasing clouds as the day goes on. Again, we're dry through the late afternoon, through the evening hours. It's not till overnight that rain moves in. Rainy to at least start the day on Wednesday. Another round of rain for Thursday. A few lingering showers Friday, but we warm up with a mix of sun and clouds through the weekend. Casey?
All right, not too bad, Chels. Thank you for that. Well, some major buzz from the golf world today. Could it actually happen? Speculation still swirling this afternoon over whether Tiger Woods will play at the Masters this weekend. Yeah. Tiger tweeting yesterday that it'll be a, quote, game time decision on whether or not he chooses to compete. Now, it was just a little over a year ago, remember, that the 46-year-old was hospitalized for a horrific car crash. Nearly cost Woods his life. He is still recovering from serious leg injuries sustained in that crash. We will keep our eye on that, pushing towards the weekend. Still to come today here at noon, a major recall from General Motors. The models impacted and what you should do if your car is on the list. And Coca-Cola Bite. Yeah, the new gaming-themed flavor of soda inspired by the metaverse itself. We'll explain coming up. In consumer news this afternoon, General Motors issuing a major recall impacting hundreds of thousands of vehicles. Apparently the windshield wipers on certain Chevy Equinox models and also GMC Terrains can break and fall off without warning. This impacts roughly 680,000 vehicles. If you drive one of these cars, GM says your local dealer will fix it for free. How about this? Coca-Cola out with a new flavor, and it's a little bizarre. It's called Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite. And apparently, according to the company, it's supposed to taste like computer pixels. So the company says it makes the intangible taste of a pixel tangible. You can only buy it online in packs of 2 starting May 2nd. Interesting. I'll just leave it at that. When we come back, this just makes you sick to think about. A winning lottery ticket tossed in the trash. But thankfully, this time the story does have a happy ending to it. Stay tuned for that. Plus, Chelsea's got another look at your afternoon forecast all coming up. Stay tuned. Well, Chelsea stories always make me queasy. Imagine winning $110,000 and just throwing it in the trash. That is what happened to one lottery winner in Virginia. Mary Elliott's her name. She says she panicked when she realized she had picked all 5 winning numbers in the Virginia Lottery's Cash 5 match game, but she had thrown out the proof. That's the ticket. She dug through her garbage to find it. The barcode's so stained that the Virginia Lotto couldn't scan it. There's a happy ending, though. Thankfully, they did honor her winnings. I guess she took it in. They looked at it, and imagine that. You're trying to prove it. The machine's saying no because it's all stained.
So those must be the numbers that she always picks.
It was at birthdays, I think.
I just do the quick pick when I buy them. I would never know.
That makes me sick. Just thinking that money could have been gone just because you just tossed it out. We all do it.
I know, all the time.
I know.
It's like the stories where it's like, guys, there's only one day left for this $5 million prize. Oh my gosh.
Happy that one had a happy ending.
Glad she got her money, that's for sure. Really nice spring day, a little bit breezy out there, but mainly sunny. Tomorrow, increasing clouds. And then the second half of the week, those April showers showing up, Casey. Not washouts, but scattered rain expected. So enjoy the sun.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for joining us today, folks. For ABC6 News at noon, the news continues first at 4. For news and weather anytime, of course, you can check us out online at abc6.com. For Chelsea, I'm Casey. Have a great rest of your day.